Hi everyone and welcome to NameHero.com. Today I want to demonstrate how to integrate your account with G Suite, which is formerly Google Apps, to set up your emails and Google Docs and all that stuff at your own domain. So for those of you that are not familiar with G Suite, formerly Google Apps, you can go to gsuite.google.com and you can read about all the features of it, but it's very, very powerful. In a nutshell, and the reason why I use it the most is because I'm able to have my email at my own domain and it runs through Gmail. So I get all the spam filters and it's just as simple to set up on my iPhone and all my computers and stuff, and it's super easy. So now at NameHero, we've integrated directly with G Suite, meaning that you can take your account you're already running with us at NameHero and use that for your emails. Now, those of you that have been following our NameHero blog startup for any amount of time, you know recently I wrote a pretty lengthy article about the problem you have with email and shared web hosting. So the main reason why we're bringing on the G Suite integration is to resolve some of these issues that we have with email and shared web hosting. In my opinion, if you rely on email, then you need to be using a solution like G Suite. You need to be relying on a solution that is a little bit bigger than just where your website's being hosted. And you can read through my blog on here to get the exact reason and all the technical stuff, and you can let me know if you have any questions on that. But anyways, now we're back on the NameHero.com screen, and you will find this underneath of domains. So you have to be logged into your account. So once you're logged in, you will see G Suite under domains. And you can see your two options here for the G Suite Basic or the G Suite Business. Now, if you go back over here to Google, you can look on their pricing page and you can see we don't charge anything more than Google. It's integrated directly with NameHero, so you're not going to be paying us more to do the integration with us. And you're free to do it on Google's site themselves. You don't have to do it with us, but if you do it with us, we manage it all. And you can also offer this to your customers if you are a reseller. Okay, so with that said, you can run through here and see all the differences between the business and the basic. Basically, it comes down to the amount of storage you get here, and it's either 30 gigabytes or unlimited. And then there's a couple cool things. For example, it archives all emails and messages. So if you have a big company and you're wanting to keep track of your employees and your team members and have all that stuff archived, you would want to go with the business. Message retention policies, same thing. If you are a company and you want to monitor and make sure that you have all these emails on hand in the event that someone would leave or be terminated, that way you would still have a record, then the message retention policies would be very important. So that's why it is a little bit more expensive, because a little bit more features, but you can just see what's best for you. If it's just you and your business or you and a couple of people, then the basic is probably the best. Now, please note that this is per user, so it's per email address is what the pricing is. And it's the same over on Google's main site. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to select the G Suite Basic, and I'm going to click Configure. Okay, so now you have three different options here, but you have to have a domain for it. So you can either register a new domain with us at NameHero, and we can set it up on there. You can transfer your current domain to us. Now, we have to manage the domain at NameHero. If we don't manage the name, then it won't work with us. So your domain has to either be registered with us or transferred to NameHero. So your domain actually needs to appear when you click My Domains, and if it doesn't, then you can't integrate with Google Apps with NameHero. Okay, so with that said, I've already got mine in my account. Over here, if I click My Domains, we can see the ones in my demo account here, and websitehero.net's the one I'm going to use. So I went to that in here. So if you already have a name with us and hosting with us, then you would use this third option. If you need to transfer your name, you would use that. And then, of course, if you want to register a new name, then you can do that as well. So once you do that, you click Use. It just takes a second to validate it, and now we can configure it. Just kind of a basic rundown of the features we already talked about. Monthly is the only option to bill. And then you can see the number of users. So if you're just creating one, if you just need one account, you just select one. You can always add more later, but you can scroll this cog over and you can go all the way up to 20 users, and it will bill you accordingly to the amount of users you have. So maybe you need one, maybe you need more. I'm just going to do one for my demo. Okay, so now this is going to be $5 a month for one user on the G Suite Basic. I'm going to pause the video really quick to complete the payment, and then I'll be right back to show you how to set it up. After you've paid your invoice, you're brought to our order confirmation screen, and you've got all this for reference if needed. But you just continue back to the client area, okay? And then we can click back here on Cloud Web Hosting, and you're going to see a new service called G Suite Basic Google Apps, what we just ordered. It's going to be right here. So you're going to click on that. And now it comes up here, and you can kind of keep track of all the stuff, the billing and all that. So there's going to be a couple different options. Now, I am on my testing platform right now, so if I click log into G Suite, it's not going to bring it up since I'm testing. But once this is productive, this will log you into your G Suite admin. So you'll have a whole admin area where you can manage and add other users and all that stuff. So you could log in to right there if you need to. You're not going to need to do that, but it is there. And your username and password is going to be right inside this area here. Okay, so let's talk now about DNS records. For this to go live, we have to add these DNS records to your domain to verify and to set up the mail records. This way, the mail will then be handled by Google instead of our local servers. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go over to My Services under Cloud Web Hosting, and we want to find our account, the hosting account, and it's websitehero.net. It's the basic plus here. Okay. So once we do that, we're going to see some options on this page here, but we're just going to go right into cPanel. Okay. Okay. And then we can go from here. We can type in MX and click MX entry. And you can see now this is where we route where the email goes to. So for websitehero.net, it's set to local. So we're going to change that to remote. We're going to click change. We're going to remove this one. Delete it. And now we're going to add these new MX records. So you can see these are all MX. Okay. Here. And we can just keep the priority 0. That's fine. There we go. It's not going to let us add a period. Okay. And then we're going to get this one here. Now notice from my error, you can't copy the period in here. So please don't do that because it will kick you out an error. Okay, this one here, and this one here. Now finally, we have to add a text record to our account to verify it. So I'm going to go to my advanced DNS zone editor and scroll down, and you can see all my, you can see my DNS records from there. Okay. But we are going to add a text record, and we're going to call it websitehero.net. It's the name. And the data is going to be this here. Time to live, we can put 1 and add record. Okay, so that adds the verification record that will be needed for Google to validate your domain, and our MX records are set. So now we're going to be all set. We're going to let this refresh here, and once we are connected, normally takes with about anywhere from a 2 to 24 hour period for Google to recognize that. But after it does, then you're all set. And you can, of course, you can ask our support team to verify it if you need any help. But after you do all that, you're going to be set up and ready to go, and you can begin your Google experience. So again, I'm on a test infrastructure, so if I click this, it's just going to go to a generic page. But once you have your active account, you can go right here and you can log in, and then you can start managing all your services. And then you'll also be able to go to gmail.com and enter your username at yourdomain.com and your password. And there you go. You've got your email and everything, just like a regular Gmail account, but it's at your business. And this is all managed. It's all managed and integrated through NameHero. The big thing is you just have to have your domain either transferred to us or registered with us, and then you can do it. And it's the same price as with Google. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know. We're excited to get this rolled out to you, though, and look forward to seeing a lot of people use this to their advantage. Thank you, everyone.